Unless you are under a rock somewhere and you keep up with Tennessee politics, you know that Ken Yager was arrested. It's a terrible video. Looks like he urinated on himself, hit and run, fell down at the grocery store. Somebody had to come help him. Driving a car with legislative plates on it. It's terrible, and he should resign. But I don't think he should resign because of that. I got 16 reasons Ken Yager should resign, and this most recent incident is only one of them. So here we go. In 2020, Yager voted to provide protection from pandemic-related lawsuits for businesses that substantially comply with guidance. What's that mean? They force you to get a shot to keep your job, something bad happens, company's not liable. You get some kind of respiratory disease from having to wear a diaper on your face for 12 hours a day, no, they're not responsible. I didn't like that vote. In 2021, he is one of those that signed a letter barking at his constituents about not taking the COVID vaccine. Him and, what was it? I think 16 other state senators lied to us about the fact that it was going to stop transmission. Completely wrong. No telling how many people have been hurt. Yager later opposed a crucial bill which aimed to acknowledge religious exemptions in the face of immunization requirements at the workplace, meaning, I don't want to take that thing. Well, you lose your job. Yager's like, yeah, that'd be good. You should lose your job for having your medical freedom. Yeah, that sounds great. What else? Yager abstained from voting on a bill making ivermectin over the counter, as if people can't make their own health decisions. Well, why is it any different than Sudafed or what the heck ever? I mean, people can abuse anything, but if it's helpful, especially in the situation we were in, might have been a good thing. He voted to make illegal immigration worse by giving illegal aliens professional licenses. Let's turn on all the magnets. Let's get as many of them in Tennessee as we can. Here's another magnet. And this one was so bad, they later withdrew it. I think they did it this year, but with very little fanfare. It's still on the record, though. He opposed a bill that sought to ban all abortions within the state, except those that would prevent death or substantial, irreversible harm. So basically weak on abortion. Right to Life took issue with a bill that Yager sponsored, which would weaken it. So not only is he fighting against it, he's trying to weaken it. He was a prime co-sponsor of a resolution seeking to give power to the Tennessee Treasurer and Comptroller to use taxpayer dollars to purchase banks and companies. Yeah, that's what we need in Tennessee government. It's already ran by the corporations as it is. Now we need them to get deeper in bed with one another. Good grief. How about bought and paid for? Chose not to second a bill on state sovereignty. What's that mean? If the federal government tries to push something on us that's unconstitutional, we do not presently have a mechanism that's clearly defined so that we can stand on states' rights and refuse it. That's the way the founders wanted it to be. Very little authority and power in the federal, almost all of it in the state. That's been turned on its head. And people like Yager think it's a good thing that the feds can do whatever. He voted to amend a sneaky caption bill that would create opportunity schools that may lead to unnecessary institutionalization of young people with disabilities or at-risk youth. A lot of people took exception to that. He abstained from a vote on a bill that would have prohibited gay pride flags in classrooms. His ass was in the room. Didn't vote. You know who voted against it? Randy McNally and the Democrats, and the Republicans didn't even vote. That's the cloth this gentleman's cut from. Yager voted for a bill that effectively made it easier to funnel children away from their parents into state custody. Voted on a bill that allows the Department of Tourism Development to keep records hidden from the public. Why should any government institution hide their records from the public? Transparency is a good thing. What else? I got some more on here. We're not even done yet. I'm double tasking. Just got to hang in here with me. It's windy out here. Yager also voted in favor of a red flag gun law bill. You know, Lee, after the Covenant shooting, you know, a wacko trans person hopped up on all kinds of stuff that's crazy as a, you know what, house rat, shoots up a Christian school. What's Bill Lee and the Rhino say? Gun control. We need gun control. No, we need to figure out why they're turning these kids crazy. Maybe that's what we need to figure out. He voted for a new law that prevents the autopsies of minors who are victims of violent crimes from becoming part of public record. Maybe there's some argument for it, but I'm here to tell you more transparency and the truth and the light of day is better almost all the time, because all it does is reflect the reality. And if the reality needs to be known, if it can bring somebody to justice, a lot of cold cases are solved that way. I think we should do it. Now, there are people, Jack Johnson, William Lambert, probably, Jeremy Faison, would say, oh, Brandon, none of that's true. You're just not a real Republican. You're always critical of how we vote. You're just making all this stuff up. Well, here are the votes. Contradict me. Leave it in the comments that these votes are not the votes. Call me crazy. But his constituents do not agree with this, and the only reason he got reelected is because people don't know about it. All these candidates run these campaigns, and boy, they're the most conservative thing since sliced bread, right? They are just red through and through, right? And they've raised all this money from special interests. They got hundreds of thousands of dollars in their account, so they can just do a snow job about their voting record to constituents. And most people are low information and they buy it. Not you, not me, because we're in the know. But most people are not in the know. They're in the don't know. So Yager should resign. Now listen, I'll close with this. I had my own share of drunken shenanigans. I've got a DUI and 2 PIs. And one of them got me on the front page of the Chattanooga Times Free Press when I was an election commissioner, and I resigned. I didn't like those meetings anyway. But I was embarrassed as hell. I was embarrassed. It's terrible. Probably won't ever live it completely down. Public record forever. It's embarrassing. I got married. My wife snatched a knot in my tail and told me I was going to straighten up or there'd be hell to pay. And I was like, yes, ma'am. That's good. You need somebody in your life that can keep you straight. And so I've been there. But Ken, when I was there, I didn't make a bunch of excuses. I didn't try to hide behind my lawyer. I just said, I messed up. Guess we need to get somebody else better to serve. But the reason you need to resign are these votes, not the incident. I'd rather have the incident and good votes than bad votes in the incident. Tell me what you think in the comments section. Guys, hope y'all are having a wonderful weekend. Merry Christmas. BL with the Tennessee Conservative, signing out.